Friends, I'm going to discuss in this video for Oracle SQL interview question for fresher as well as experience. On the basis of my 10 year of IT journey, I'm going to cover this topic, and I'm going to share some insights about SQL programming language and how SQL is important for every professional who is working in IT industry as a if or even he is going to start his career as a fresher in IT industry, and even for non tech professionals also I could say as learning SQL will be very helpful, because nowadays SQL is going to be used as a currently in the IT industry. It is one of the most widely used programming language which is used for every for relational database for storing and processing the information. So for every professional who is working in data analytics profile, or even working on any data reporting tool, or fetching business insights or database related information. So for fetching those information they need the very good understanding with SQL, so that their work will be easier. And even if you're working for data scientist profile, if you are going for that profile, or if you are working as a DBA or any DevOps profile, in this all profile I could say learning SQL is going to be very helpful. And here in this video, on the basis of my personal journey and with my personal experience, whatever things I have observed, I could say learning this topic will be very important. And on the basis of my all the interviews that I have taken or I have attended. So whatever the important question I have figured out, I'm going to discuss few important questions here. So let's start with the first question: difference between a varchar and varchar2 data type. So here we have to understand the data type and its differences. Like varchar can store up to 200 bytes and varchar 2 can store up to 400 bytes. Varchar will occupy space for null values as well, and varchar 2 will not occupy any space. That's the difference here. Both are different with respect to space. So there will be a chance that you will get this question in your basic SQL interview questions. And the next question is, what is raw data type? Raw data type is used to store the values in binary data format, and the maximum size for a raw in a table is 32,767 bytes. What are nested table? Nested table is a data type in Oracle which is used to support a column containing a multiple values attributes. It also handles entire subtables. Next question is, what is coalesces function? Coalesces function is used to returns the value which is set to be a null in the list. If all the values in the list are null, then coalesces function will return null. So this the way to write that function actually. And the next is, these are the question I could say as a question which will give you understanding on the SQL language as well, and how you are writing the SQL. In that you will get a good understanding, and these are the question you will get in your interview. If you're working as a DBA or data related profile, there is a very high chance you might get this kind of question. So the next is, what is blob data type? A blob data type is a varying length binary string which is used to store a 2 gigabyte memory. Length should be specific in a bytes for blob. Next is, how do we represent comments in Oracle? Comments in Oracle can be represented in two ways. First is two dashes before beginning of the line segment, single segment, and the next is forward slash star underscore dash dash star. This the symbol you can use is used to present as a column for block of segment. Next is what is DML. This is also very important for fresher, like what is DML DML language. So DML is a data manipulation language, is used to access and manipulate the data in the existing objects. DML statements are insert, select, update, delete, and it won't be implicitly commits the current transaction. So DML and DDL statements are very important for every people who is working in SQL. So inserting a query, selecting a query, selecting a data by using a select query, and update, delete. This is most commonly used statements in SQL, I could say. What are the difference between uh, translates and replace? Yeah, this is also a very important question, I could say. Like translate is used for character by character substitution, and replace is used a yeah, substitute a single character with a word. How do we display a row from a table without duplicates? Duplicates row can be removed by using a keyword distinct in the select statement. Yes, this is very quite commonly used distinct. You can use in your select queries for figuring out the duplicates row. Next is what are the uses of merge statement. Merge statement is used to select a row from one or more data sources from updating and inserting into a table or a view. It is used to combine multiple operations. Yes, merge statement is going to be used very much in SQL language. Next is what is null value in Oracle. Null value represents missing and unknown data. This is used as a placeholder or represented it in a default entry to indicate that there is no actual data present. Yes, by null itself you can understand the meaning what it's trying to say here. So that way you have to tell. What is the use of aggregate function in Oracle? Aggregate function is a function where values of a multiple row or records are joined together to get a single value output. Common aggregate functions are average, count, and sum. Next is what do you mean by group by clause? A group by clause can be used in select statements where it will collect the data across a multiple records and group the result by one or more column. This is also going to be a very used uh, thing that you will be using while writing any SQL query. So what is a subquery and what are the different type of subqueries? Subquery is also called as nested query or inner query, which is used to get the data from the multiple table. A subquery is added in the where clause. Subquery is added in the where clause of main query. There are two different type of subquery. Correlated subquery. A correlated subquery cannot be independent query but can refer column in a table list from the main outer query and non correlated subquery. This can be evaluated as if it were an independent query. Result of subquery are submitted to the main query or parent query. What is cross joint? Cross joint is defined as a Cartesian product of records from the table present in the joint. Cross joint will produce result which combined each row from the first table with each row from the second table. So these are the important question I could say. In this lecture I have covered it. In next lecture I'm going to cover few more important SQL language related interview question, and that will help you for clearing any interview for fresher as well as experience. This video was basically more oriented towards freshers only, but yes, if you are new to SQL, this will be helpful for you as well. Thanks for watching till here. I hope this will be helpful for everyone.